Dennis Hicks, the campus registrar. I'd like to welcome you to Indiana University East and just share with you a few things about the registrar's office, maybe services that we provide to you, or more importantly, interactions that you'll have with our office. Some of these things you may have already heard about, but I'll touch on them now and then give you a little more information right at the end as to where you can find more information on these items. One thing that's going to be very, very important will be class rosters. Class rosters, unlike maybe some other institutions where they come to you in paper, these class rosters will be delivered to you electronically through OneStart and OnCourse, which you'll hear more about. With these class rosters, there comes the obligation to at least verify them twice every semester. That's dictated to us by federal law. We have to do that in accordance with federal financial aid obligations. And so we will notify you by email and give you deadline dates and tell you exactly when you have to do your enrollment verification. An enrollment verification is two-pronged. Number one, you'll verify every student's attendance, and that's the mandatory side of the house. And the other side is reporting student performance. And the nice feature that we have with our rosters is you can do it all in one place. So attendance reporting will be mandatory. Student performance reporting, that'll be optional, and you'll actually be able to do that anytime during the semester, as often as you would like, beginning with the second week of classes all the way through the semester up until the point that we start entering in final grades. Speaking of final grades, that again too, any registrar, that's a topic near and dear to our hearts. We'll notify you when grade rosters are available to you online. You'll be able to enter your grades at your convenience as soon as your final exams are over, and you'll be given a deadline, and that deadline is firm. We'll stress it 2 or 3 times to you through the semester as to what that deadline is, but it'll be absolutely mandatory that you meet that deadline. We'll explain the grading features here at IU East. One of the grades that you may not be familiar with, and it goes back to enrollment verification, is if students are failing your class because of the lack of attendance or non-attendance. Well, the F is obvious that they have failed. We have an indicator with it. FN will be a grade indicator that you'll use to say, well, this student was attending, but stopped attending, and that's the reason they're failing. So you give them an FN. The feds say, well, if you do that, you also have to tell us their last date of attendance. And then there'll be the FNN, and that's the grade that says they never attended. But I don't expect you to remember all of that from this short video, and all of those will be explained to you again during grades. One of the grades that you may wind up giving some students will be an I grade, an incomplete. And you'll only do that in the case of a student who is passing your course, satisfactorily completing all the requirements, but towards the end of the semester, something happened unexpectedly that the student couldn't prevent, that now is going to prevent them from finishing the last detail of your class, the final exam or final paper. And they're going to ask for an extension. And so there you're giving them an incomplete, you're agreeing to a certain period of time in which you're going to extend the grading period for them, and they have to complete that class. If they don't do so within a year, that I grade will convert to an F. You'll see that with I grades. And then the nice thing about grades too, they're all electronic, it's all online, and in the event that an error is made either in recording or a student turns something into you late and you feel that you want to change their grade, you'll be able to do that online also through e-grades. Another thing that will come up sometimes between you and the students will be, the students will be able to adjust their schedules online throughout the semester up until the point that they've reached the deadline date for automatic W's. That's the 9th week of the semester. After the 9th week, they cannot drop your class without your permission. They're going to bring you a drop form. When you sign that drop form, you have the option of giving them the W, which says, I'm okay with them dropping. Their work was of passing quality. I'll give them a W. But you also have the option of giving them an F. They're dropping your course, but their work was not of passing quality. And so at that point that you sign it, it'll then be routed back to the registrar's office, and we'll record either the W or the F. But that'll take place after the 9th week of the semester, and those will be drops or total withdrawals. Another thing I want to stress to you, and it'll probably be stressed throughout your orientation period, will be that every employee on this campus, particularly the faculty, you must go through our online FERPA tutorial. And FERPA stands for the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. We are obligated by federal law to protect the privacy of our students' records. Nobody expects you to be an expert on the law, but the expectation is that you have an awareness of it to the point that you know what's right and what's wrong and how to protect their privacy. We do that through our online tutorial. It is expected of everybody to do that tutorial, and we'll keep track of that. So please, at your earliest convenience, I can't stress enough to you that you'll take that tutorial. Lastly, the last thing I want to mention to you today is there's a registrar's website out there off of the IU East main page. You'll go to Offices, scroll down alphabetically until you find the Office of the Registrar. And on there will be everything that I've talked about so far. The academic calendar will be there, so you can see the important dates for the fall semester and the spring, and you can plan your schedule out accordingly. But all of these things are on the website. I'm also pleased to tell you that we've put together a new faculty and adjunct faculty orientation package. We've given that to the Center for Teaching and Learning, and I understand they're going to put that out on OnCourse and make that available to all of the faculty. So once again, we welcome you. If you have any questions or concerns, or you need to contact the registrar's office, feel free to do that. Our extension is 270. Welcome to IU East.